Author's note. This video is my review of Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show, based on Ed, Edd and Eddy by and directed by Danny Antonucci, published by Cartoon Network and AKA Cartoons, starring the voices of Matt Hill, Sam Vincent, David Paul Grove, Kathleen Barr, Aaron Fitzgerald, Peter Kalamas, Janice Jod, Keenan Christensen, Terry Clausen, and for the last time, Tony Sampson as Eddy. Rated TVY 7.
If we're going anywhere, I know a place so out of the way, it's practically invisible.
Dare I ask?
Ah, stupid kids! What makes them think they can get their own full-length film back in 2009, all while I was stuck with that stupid dog? Yeah, stupid Cartoon Network, treating me like garbage while a bunch of juvenile delinquents get all the attention.
In 2009, Ed, Edd and Eddy wrapped up its 10-year legacy with Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show. Unfortunately, this also served as Tony Sampson's final voiceover performance after 20 years in the Canadian voiceover industry. After a scam gone totally wrong, the Ed boys have fled the Peach Creek cul-de-sac with their own neighbors seeking revenge. Now Eddy must guide Ed and Double D across the county and find his own big brother before they are pounded to pieces.
Save yourselves! Oh, be free, dear friends!
For those who never watched the Ed, Edd and Eddy series, this is what makes the series great. The animation is an over-the-top series that delights in chewing the scenery in more ways than one, and the sound effects add to that kind of craziness that makes it so fun to watch. But the movie takes it up a notch with both the visuals and the audio. They did a great job with the perspectives and how off the wall it is, even compared to the TV series. Talk about going out with a bang!
If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
But I think what makes this finale so great is the fact that it was more about the journey and less about the destination. While most of the Ed shorts had their adventures at the cul-de-sac, the town, and the school, the entire movie goes all out with a vast world to explore, from an abandoned gag factory to the middle of a swamp. The team behind this film went all out with this finale. There's a part of me that wished that the entire Ed series had this much adventure.
We are three no more, Eddy! Like hop, skip, and no jump!
While the adventure made the Eds much closer than they ever were, they did go through a whole load of hell on their journey. Eddy because of his journey to get to his brother, the fear of being clobbered by the cul-de-sac kids, and what he goes through. Double D, on the other hand, nearly cracked during his journey to Eddy's brother's place, and he reached his cracking point near the end of the movie. Poor kid! As for Ed, he's still the same maniac we all know and love. For the cul-de-sac kids, they had a reason why they wanted their revenge on the Ed boys, and they've put up with it since the beginning of the series, though this time, they don't have Sarah and Jimmy on their side. But boy do they all go through their own comeuppance. Kevin not just because he was the king jerk of the series, but also because of his obsession with his bike. Rolf because of his mistreatment of Wilfred the pig. Sarah because of her brattiness. Though some like Naz, Jimmy, and Johnny don't deserve that kind of abuse they go through. And how their stories end, well, I ain't speaking.
A little far from home, aren't you, Dutch?
As for the Kanker sisters, I'm not surprised that they ended up becoming the very characters who give some of the cul-de-sac kids their comeuppance. And I'm sorry to say this, but they were my favorites of the series because at least they were nice to the Eds since the start, even if they were disturbing in some ways. Anyone who disagrees with me, come on, I dare you to tell me otherwise. By the way, special nod to Eddy's brother for stealing the show near the end, though I kinda wish he had a bigger appearance. He's way too enjoyable, regardless of his characterization.
Me too! We are so alike!
Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show is that grand finale to a classic series that brings a fun conclusion to the tale of the three Ed boys. Anyone who's a fan of the franchise, I highly recommend checking out what may be one of the greatest adventures of a lifetime. And to Tony Sampson, thank you for your legacy on Ed, Edd and Eddy. I only wish you didn't have to step away from voice acting.
Personally, I should have been the one to get a full-length movie, one where I'm the star and nothing goes wrong with me. At least nothing will go wrong with me in this stupid video. Stupid Mary Sue!